Here we live. Come on, let's go, boys. Huge game. Don't know if I should probably change the background, right? There we go. Okay. We're not against Wolves, in case anyone was wondering. Hey, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the lineup, but Maresca's the guy, so I'm gonna back him on it. But I thought either Gittins or Esteval was going to start, right? And obviously it doesn't look like that's the case. So But obviously, since the lineups have come out, we've appeared stronger favourites. So I don't know if, Spurs fans are quite backing their boys and their team. But again, I don't think it's as strong as Chelsea team. But let's see how we go. Get timer ready. Come on, man. Huge game. I mean, historically, in the last decade or so, we completely own Spurs, right? We always sort of beat them in this fixture, but how poor we are defensively on set pieces. It is quite a physical Spurs team. Van de Ven's going to be dangerous from corners. But again, we do just own Spurs, so it's going to be an interesting game. Let's see how we play. But huge game. And then obviously there'll be a lot of question marks as well if we don't go out and get a result. You know, I think a lot of people are going to be gunning for Maresca, especially because of our starting lineup. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of the lineup, but I don't think it's the worst team ever, right? Okay, so we're off. We're underway. Okay, so we've gone long. So let's see how everyone lines up as well. I suspect it's Reece James in midfield, but it could also be Gusto. We have seen Gusto inverting. Anyone else a bit nervous? Garnacho's gone down early. Spurs fans are going to love this. Ah, oh, come on. There's nothing in that. There's a little elbow to his ear, but there's nothing in that. Okay, so Spurs in possession currently. Van de Ven into Bergville. Okay, so looks like Bergville's playing in midfield. Thought potentially he might be starting at left wing, but so far Bergville looks like he's in midfield. Reece James, strong header. Oop, Kaise. Some physical headers going on early. Enzo goes down, that's not a foul. Kudos on the ball. Sav on the right wing. Back into Kudus. Bentancur. And we play him back, okay. So yeah, Reece James is definitely forming. He's definitely playing in midfield and is Gusto at right back. It's going to be a throw in Spurs. Hopefully they don't go with any long throw ins because we can't defend them to save our lives, right? So. João Pedro on the ball now. Loses possession. Does well there, and it's a foul. Bergvall's holding his head here. Don't know what's happened, but oh, the ball hit him in the head. Yeah, Bergvall looks in a bit of trouble here. I don't know if he's got a concussion or something, but doesn't look. He's a bit stumbly. Had one too many to drink. Okay, so I mean, yeah, Sar clips João Pedro, but there's nothing in it. Certainly not yellow or anything like that. Especially in a derby match like this, let him get stuck in a bit more. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, Bergvall looks a little confused here. They are quite strict with concussion rules as well. Let's see what happens. I mean, let's have a look at the Spurs bench. So, say Bergvall was to come off, who's going to potentially come on for them, right? Don't know if he's going to be allowed to continue here. So they might switch it up, and Xavi Simons may come on, right? He's on the bench. Maybe Brennan Johnson, and they might put him out wide. But they don't have a like-for-like replacement for Bergvall if he does come off. They'd have to go a bit more attacking. See what happens. I don't know if they're going to let him. So currently Spurs are down a man right now. Don't know if they're going to let him come back on, but we're underway again. Going to be a few minutes added on because of that as well. So Neto on the right. Switches it out to Garnacho very nicely. See if Garnacho can do anything. Into Cucurella. Lays it backwards. Reece James. Stowe. Out to Neto again, out wide. Going to cross it in. Reece James. We get a corner. Okay. Let's see what happens with Bergvall. Are they letting him... Is he going to continue or... Yeah, a bit confusing this. I think he... Oh, wow, he's off. Okay. Bergvall's gone. A big moment in this game. Huge. So Xavi Simons is coming on. Okay. Wow, so he's got a concussion from that. I guess it hit him in the back of the head, right? Okay, so Xavi Simons is up. Ah, if he scores against us, man, you can't even write it. I have a feeling that might happen. Be typical Chelsea, right? Neto on the corner. We have been pretty decent from corners. That wasn't a very good corner though. Spence and João Pedro are going at it. And then for one. Not quite sure what all that was about. Okay, so it's with Pacavia now. It's going to go long. They'll push, and it's just gone to end. Sanchez now. See, so obviously, Bergville going off is massive. Xavi Simons hasn't been very good this season. Obviously, he's a bit more sort of attacking. Not quite as good defensively as Bergvall is, especially with the work rate. So let's see what the sort of Spurs shape looks like now. Danzo goes long. And they see that out. Goal kick. Pretty slow game so far, almost 9 minutes in, nothing really has happened. The biggest talking point is Bergvall being substituted. Sanchez goes long. Aiming for João Pedro, they don't get it. Spurs have the ball now. That was a bit of nice play by Spurs. Spence is driving forward. And then Spence plays a poor... Corella clears it there. I don't know. I feel like we could have kept the ball. Okay. Sanchez on the ball. Reece James. Yeah, so it looks like Reece James is almost playing that sort of Lavia position that we saw against Wolves. That's a foul, yeah. Enzo, that was nice beating the press there. Just passed it into João Pedro, received the ball, and then obviously was fouled. But, we get out of the press. So, not bad by Enzo there. Goes quickly to Neto. Neto keeps it in. Spence falls over. And we get a corner from it. Okay. Yeah, it was good by Enzo. Quick free kick straight into Neto. Space to run into as well. See if we can do anything from the corner. The first corner was poor. So let's see what happens here. I think we're going for near post flick-ons. We'll go short. On that show into Gusto. Out into Neto again. Crosses it in. Cucurella takes a shot. It's deflected. Spurs have a chance to counter here. Neto does well. It's a foul. I thought he got the ball there. Don't know about that. I thought he got the ball. I'd have to see it again. Okay. Cucurella to take the throw in. Spurs got the ball now. Out wide to Spence. So Chelsea pressing quite high here. Fofana does well. Throw in Spurs. Okay, Gusto does well there. Plays it out to Cucurella. See if we can do anything now. Reece James. Out wide to Neto. Fofana. Okay. Keeping a bit of possession here. Not against it. Try and dull the crowd a little bit. Heavy touch by Enzo, but he recovers. Don't want to be seeing touches like that, though. Okay, Fofana. Into João Pedro. Loses the ball, though. Nice. Win it back. Enzo plays it into Garnacho. Garnacho got somewhere to run now. Plays it into Enzo. They're claiming handball, but I don't think that's handball. Okay, João Pedro's got it. Plays it into Garnacho. Garnacho on the left corner. Okay, it's just better by Chelsea, though. Looking decent. Let's have a look at this again. I mean, yeah, it hits his arm, but his arm's behind his back anyway, so yeah, it's never a fucking... Never a penalty, that. Okay, a corner from the other side now. The previous two corners have been with Neto, so Reece James on it, so see if we can get anything. Hey, refs having a word with them. They're just hustling in there. Okay. Come on. Oh, wasn't cleared very well. Chelsea still got it. Gusto into Enzo. Looks like he was fouled. But no, they're claiming goal kick. Enzo's everywhere so far, though. He's on a decent game. Apart from the heavy touch he had. But he did recover. But I think he's been quite switched on. You know, took an early free kick. You know, he's getting involved. Looks like he's having a decent game so far. Garnacho got the ball. Back to Cucurella. Into Caicedo. Caicedo deflected. Spurs got the ball. Xavi Simons on it now. That's not a foul. Nice. Gusto did well there. That's not a foul. Into João Pedro. That looked like a foul. Neto's got the ball though. Reece James doesn't do very well. Loses the ball. Xavi Simons on it now. Nice. Still good tackle. Spurs cross it in. Chalobah clears. Nice, and Chelsea got possession again. Okay. I think you'd say we've looked the better team so far, but it's certainly not been a game of great quality. I mean, you know, nothing really happened in the first 8 minutes, but the last 8 minutes, you know, there's been a bit of action. Gusto's made a few good tackles so far, though. João Pedro coming quite deep there. Pass is cut out. Spurs on the ball now. It's a poor pass. Cucurella intercepts. Garnacho does well there. He had a poor touch, but he keeps possession. Wow, yeah. Okay, that was quite nice. We played out from the press quite well here. Into Gusto. Neto on the right now. He's going to get to the byline. Whips it in. Again, it's just... Right, Cucurella's got it. Again, the thing with Neto is, right... Garnacho's on the ball. No, nothing. Yeah, the thing with Neto is, yes, he gets past his player, but he just running with his head down and he just whips a cross in and there's no one there and it's over everyone, he doesn't look up. There was a few players in a position there, but Richem's going to take a shot from distance and it's over the bar. It's the frustrating thing with Neto, he sprints and runs down with his face looking at the floor, Just crossed no one. We had a decent opportunity there. Oh, nice. Richem's as well there. Intercepts up high. Into Garnacho. Here we go. No one there. Garnacho take a shot maybe? It's a weak shot, saved, but first shot in the game. Yeah, Enzo's having a great game so far, for sure. Good performance. He does well there to create the opportunity for Garnacho to take a shot. In fact, I'll tweet that. Oh, Gusto, heavy pass, and Spurs get a corner from nothing. Come on, boys. Okay, so Pedro Porro on the corner here. See, we're very poor at defending set pieces, so it was quite close. Chalobah clears it on the near post. And they get another corner. Oh, wasn't a great header by Chalobah, was it? Great. Okay, another corner for Spurs on the opposite side now. Okay, ball in. Xavi Simons has it now on the edge of the box. Very poor cross in. Spurs keep possession now. Out wide now to Simons. Another cross into the box. Oh, Sanchez comes out and claims it. Fair play. Limping a bit. Don't tell me Jorgensen has to come on. I'll stop watching if he has to come on. Go wide. Chelsea keep possession. Into Cucurella now. No. Lose the ball there, Bentancur. I did as well, though, to force him back. Okay. Again, I think there's only been, what, one shot on target so far, and that came from Garnacho. So it hasn't been a game of massive quality. Gusto's playing quite well, though. Made quite a few interceptions. It's with Carvio now. Gorilla wins his header, nice, and it's with Reece James. Into Gusto. Gusto on the right now. Into Neto. So Reece is sort of forming, the deepest midfielder. That's a nice flick on. Garnacho's in behind now. Can he find anyone? Close. Spurs don't quite... They're out of it. Sloppy touch. Cucurella wins it. Spurs forced back. And Enzo's having a great game. It's a lovely pass to get Garnacho in behind. Nice. Reece James wins it up high. Spurs are shitting themselves a little bit here. They can't really keep the ball. Okay. So yeah, Reece James is dropping in quite a lot. Similar to how... That's a foul, no? Okay, no foul. Similar to how, Lavia was playing against Wolves. Sometimes dropping in form in a centre-back and then obviously progressing into midfield as well. It's back with Vicario. I mean, Spurs haven't really been able to get out their half. They're being pressed up very high. They go long here. Cucurella sweeps that up. It's a poor pass by Cucurella, though. Spence can get forward. Kudus. Chelsea players all on him, though. Back into Spence. And they win a corner. Yeah, and they get a corner from our own doing as well. It was a sloppy pass from Cucurella. He doesn't need to do that. And they get a corner from it, and you know what we're like, defending corners. And Spurs are definitely good at attacking them as well. No Van de Ven. Vicario's down. Hold up. Who's the backup Spurs keeper again? Inkski. Okay. Don't know who Kinkski is, but there we go. Bergvall on the bench there. I mean, this will be huge, if Vicario has to go off. I'm not quite sure what the issue with him is, but commentators are saying it's the back of the left knee. I mean, I'd say we've been the better team so far in the sort of 27 minutes I've gone by. But again, not much has terribly happened. I Spurs haven't had a shot on target yet. Or even a shot, I don't think. Yeah. Okay, Vicario's back up now, though, so let's see what happens, right? Best talking to Reece James, don't know what about. Okay, here we go. Parvo on the free kick. João Pedro clears, but they get another corner. Did they? No, throw in. Okay. Okay, they're going to go for a long throw in. I mean, you know, Wolves were quite successful when they did this against us, right? Wow, this is interesting. 3 Chelsea players on the. So, potentially looking at counter. There's little Jack Daniels on the pitch. I don't know what. There's some whiskey bottles there. Okay, Danzo's going to go long. 3 Chelsea players up to counter as well. Sanchez has caught it. Poor Enzo's on the ball now. Gusto keeps it in. Wins a throw in. Feel like we could have done a little more from that situation. Poor pass by Enzo there. I mean, yeah, Enzo definitely could have played this ball a bit nicer. It was a bit, you know, it took the sting out of it, and Gusto couldn't quite run onto it. You have to just focus on keeping it in play, right? Missed opportunity there. Oh, João Pedro's in now. Oh, yeah, how did he not score? Huge opportunity. He's got to score there. Fuck. Oh, I need to see that again. João Pedro's got to score that. One-on-one with the keeper. Spurs on the attack now. Gudus takes a shot, but it goes wide. Almost had that then. So they're trying to play out from the back. It hits Garnacho, which just falls to João Pedro. And João Pedro just hits it straight at Vicario. Maybe he could have dinked him, or if João Pedro's in a bit more form, he scores that. But I think he's a bit low on confidence, right? He's gone a few games now without scoring. One-on-one with the keeper, though. Poor touch by Neto. Fofana does well, though. Snatches the ball. No, and then he doesn't do well. He loses the ball. Xavi Simons. Good tackle by Gusto. Wins the ball. Nice. Throw in Spurs. Game's getting a bit more exciting now, though. João Pedro's got to score that. Let's have a look here. Yeah, he tried going near post. It's not a foul. Come on, Garnacho. What are you playing at? Just get up, man. This fucking guy. Okay. They try going long. They haven't been successful at that. To be fair, we have been winning the headers or the sort of flick-ons and keeping possession, but we lose the ball now. Fofana comes out, wins it. Here we go. Right, let's see what we can do. Neto switches it out to Garnacho. Garnacho's in so much space. And, like, he just... What is that, man? I feel like if Gittins was there, we would have created something from that. He's in acres of space. Super laxadays, gotta go Neto. Ah, like... What are we doing? Oh, Caicedo wins it! Surely! Yeah! Come on! 1-0 Chelsea. Come on. João Pedro goal as soon as I take him out my fucking fantasy football as well. I don't care. 1-0. Let's go, man. Come on. Caicedo wins it up top. He doesn't take the shot. He passes it to João Pedro, who's just got a tap in, to be honest. 1-0. Come on. 1-0, João Pedro goal. I mean, this is why Caicedo's the best midfielder in the Prem, though. Like, whatever midfielders doing this, right? Just, look, up the pitch, wins the ball, and then we lose possession. Caicedo wins it back again, and he has the composure to just stretch a leg out and pass it to João Pedro, you know? He doesn't panic and take a shot. Huge, huge goal, that. You can hear the Chelsea fans now. To be fair, it wasn't a tap-in for João Pedro. He did have to finish it, and it was a good finish. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Caicedo's him. Caicedo is him. He's himothy. Okay, let's see what happens now. I mean, that's the thing though. We do own Spurs in this fixture, right? We just have their number. And we should be a goal up. We've been the better team. Vicario fluffs his line, kicks it wide, and Spurs fans are getting a bit aggressive now. Come on, let's get a second. We're the better team. Let's get another goal in, you know. João Pedro should have already scored one before he did. Nice bit of play there. Pressing them up high again. Can they play out? Yes. Danzo clears, but Chelsea got the ball again. I mean, what are the possession stats like? I feel like we've dominated possession. The team's playing well right now. Don't win the ball there, though. Again, Gusto does well. It's probably the best defensively I've seen Gusto in a very long time. That looks like a foul. Fofana gives a foul away. And they get a set piece from nothing, really, you know? This is the only problem. I think, you know, when we're on the ball, it's very hard to break through us. But set pieces, this is where you can hurt us, right? We're the worst team at defending them. We concede the most shots from them. As long as Van der Ven doesn't get his head on it, I think we're okay. Van der Ven would be the one I'd be a bit worried about. Okay, terrible free kick, and Sanchez claims. We counter. Sanchez slipped. Is Neto very close? Wasn't a bad idea by Sanchez. Great ball over the top. Almost had them there. Cruella does well there. Wins the ball. Into João Pedro. Nice, and we keep possession. Great. João Pedro's hold-up play has been pretty good this game. You know, just being able to receive the ball, win a foul, or just hold on to the ball and then play it out wide. You know. Sanchez. No, that's a foul. Yeah, Reece James gives the foul away there. Twitter saying. So, I mean, we've been the better team for sure. I don't feel comfortable with a one-goal lead though. You know, does anyone think we can keep a clean sheet away from home? I don't. So, you know, when we're playing well, we need to kill teams. But, you know, more often than not, we don't. And Neto does great there. That's a foul. No? Okay. No foul. Cucurella's all over Kudus. And then they give a foul for that. You know, to me that was the same thing, you know, Spence and Neto was having. That Chelsea fans singing Cucurella's song now, I can hear. Oops. Fofana doesn't quite have the most convincing touch there, but he does well. Okay. Okay. Spurs since we've scored, Spurs have had a decent spell of possession. Nice. They're not really creating anything though, you know. We're making it very hard and we're suffocating them when they get into the wide areas, you know, double up, triple up on them. Which I guess, you know, with the lineup, he's gone with people who are going to work off the ball, you know. And we're seeing that here. Nice. Reece James, throw in Spurs. Okay. It's out wide to Kudus now. Kudus gets a cross in, but nothing from it. Chelsea have a chance to counter here. Garnacho out wide on the left. And we're just going to keep possession. Into Caicedo now. Out wide to I mean, Spurs players aren't even pressing them there. They're just holding their shape. Into Garnacho. Reece James goes out wide to Neto now. We're going to try anything. Gusto looks offside there, but no flag yet. They cross it in. Oh, what a save! Huge save by Vicario. João Pedro almost had a second. Is he... No, he looked onside. That was a great save. Chelsea got a corner here. Reece James. Bosses it in. Cleared at the near post. Chelsea throw in. We've had a few corners this half. We haven't really done anything from them. Haven't troubled anyone. Haven't really beaten the first man, to be honest. There'll probably be a bit of added time, though. You know, with Vicario going down, then the Bergvall situation as well. So, probably, I'd say 5 minutes added time, maybe 4. Nice. Caicedo does well there. And that's a foul. Nice. Look, I mean, the crowd aren't going to like it, but, you know, that was a foul. Garnacho made a decent run there. Let's see. João Pedro loses it out, though. Spurs have a chance here. Not quick enough by Spurs, though. And, you know, all the Chelsea players get back into position. They have a chance. And they got to play backwards. And the Spurs fans really don't like this here. You can hear them booing. They had a chance to counter-attack, and somehow it led to it going back to the Spurs defenders, right? We're just all over them pressing-wise. 6 minutes of added time. I thought it'd be 5. So lots added on. Nice. Enzo does well there. Intercepts the ball. Caicedo, look. Garnacho. We almost had a chance to counter there, but we still got the ball, so it's not the end of the world. Throw in Chelsea. I mean, it's not been a good showing by Spurs at all. The midfield battle, we've completely dominated them. Okay, back with Spurs now. It's a poor pass. Oh, almost. It was a very poor pass, but Vicario does well to get off his line. Ooh, looks like a poor foul there. Ooh, there's a bit of a fight. It's kicking off. Let's see that again. I was stopping my timer. I didn't see the foul. They'll show it in slow-mo. Have a look. It didn't look or sound very good. Have a look at this. Oh, that's a red. Is that a red? I think that's a red. Ah, that might be a red card, you know. I think this could be a red card. If VAR looks at that, I think that's a red. It's not me being biased, okay? I think that might be a red. That looks like a... Are they going to look at it? No, yellow. It's a yellow, okay. Twitter's saying that looks like a fuck. That looks like a red to me. What? I mean, that's a red card to me. I don't really understand how that's not a red card. Everyone's saying on Twitter. Yellow card. He's lucky, lucky boy. I mean, what? Ah, that's a red. He stomped on his ankle. I'm sorry. That's a red, man. He stomped. And somehow Chalobah found himself booked there. Shut up, Carragher. I wish I could mute Carragher. He's always so biased, man. Can I just mute him? I don't want to hear him commentate. And why is he commentating a Chelsea game? Got to pay money to listen to this. Uh, 2 minutes left of added time. You know, probably 1-0 going into half time is probably the correct result, right? Kolo Muani somehow. Kudus. Good save. Ah. Good save. He didn't palm it straight into Spence, who could have been there for a tap-in. Okay, out wide now. Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons always goes backwards, man. This guy doesn't pass forward. Again, look. I think the Spurs fans are getting pissed off with him. You can hear it. Oh. It's getting a bit heated now. It's quite a few fouls kicking off. Neto went down, but I don't know if there's much in it. Okay, they got an overlap here with Sarr. Crosses it in. Nothing there. No. Goal kick Chelsea. That should be half time now. 6 minutes have been played. That could have been a foul on Neto. That could have easily been a yellow card. Fofana jumps early, misses his header. He does that quite a lot as well. That's, you know, a part of his game. But they don't get much from it. You know, it's a decent shot, but, you know, Sanchez should be saving that. Okay, João Pedro did quite well there, but no one was in the box. It's getting a bit heated. There we go, half time. So 1-0 Chelsea. Interesting to say the least. Okay. Interesting game. Right, let's go Twitter up. What's everyone saying? I mean, to me, like, how is that not a red card? Like, what? Spencer. Yeah, a very good first half, to be fair, all things considered. I mean, Spurs have offensively done nothing to us, right? It would be nothing. Switch up. Let's move this. There we go. I'll be right back, boys. I need to go to the toilet, okay? Right, be right back. Hey boys, we back. Okay, right. Thing is with this though, we need to kill the game off, right? I mean, wow, look at the odds. Wait, hang on, I'm muting the ads. I've got to listen to Molly May. Like, no, I'm not listening to Molly May. Kidding. Okay. Right, we're huge favourites though. Look at that. I mean, people really writing off Spurs. I mean, they have done nothing offensively all game, right? Wow. 0.01 XG created by the mighty Spurs. Interesting. Good luck. Who's played well for us? I think, surprisingly, Gusto, I'll give him his flowers. He's having a good game. They're trying to overlap on that side. His tackling's been good. I think it's sort of situational awareness, closing people down, and then also getting forward, creating overlap situations. I think Gusto's definitely been one of the better players. Fofana's been decent. The only thing with Fofana is, though, you can see when he's jumping and going to win the ball in the air, he jumps early, and sometimes the ball gets in behind, or a bit lackadaisical in that respect, right? Chalobah's been okay. Cucurella's been good, keeping Kudus and Paro quiet. If they're trying to do the overlap, we know what Cucurella's like defensively. He's a dog, right? Reece James has been good. He's been dropping in, playing that sort of Lavia role that we saw against Wolves, which I think is quite interesting, right? Like a really deep line playmaker, really, right? And then obviously, if we need to get a bit more forward, he can be involved in the midfield areas. But no, he's been playing well. Caicedo, obviously, he's one of the best midfielders in the world. Against Sunderland, he had a bad game, but we don't normally say that about Caicedo. He doesn't normally have a bad game, right? He's the most consistent player in the squad. So, look, he's bounced back and he's absolutely dominating that midfield. Same for Enzo. I think Enzo's been one of the best players on the pitch. Just super switched on. And this is what we need Enzo to be like. He's definitely sort of dictating. And it's quite clear the technical difference in midfield, right? Spurs just cannot hang with us in that respect. I feel like we could have done more on the wings. I know why they're in the team, because they work hard and they're the typically more big game players, but I would have liked either one of Gittins or Estevao to play, but we're winning, so I'm not going to be completely against it, right? But I feel like there's been situations where we could have been a bit more dangerous. We've got like a sort of counter-attack, or we're outnumbering them and we're running into the box, or whatever it is. Garnacho takes an extra heavy touch. Neto wants to look at the ground. He doesn't want to lift his head up, right? So, we could have been, maybe 2-0 up, potentially, right? And then obviously João Pedro is having a great game. Probably should be on 2 goals, all things considered, but, I'm not going to slate into him. But, we've definitely been the better team. Adverts are still going. I can unmute now. I mean, adverts are so bad. Right, let's see what Twitter's saying. What's everyone saying? I mean, come on. That's a red card. Seeing it live, it was a red card. Certainly seeing it in slow-mo and or the screenshots like this is a red card. You can't tell me that's not a red card. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is true, right? I mean, I think Estevao coming on 60th minute is going to be, Spurs aren't going to be happy with seeing that, and I think he's going to cook. I feel like he will, and it's the same with Gittins. So, I feel like we can go out and we can kill this game in the second half, and we need to as well. If we're playing good, let's kill the game. Let's not give them a potential way back into it, right? Did I mean, that doesn't even make sense, man. VAR just don't make sense. Not serious foul play. He stood on his ankle. I mean, okay. I mean, they should have been set. That's a red card. It's not even me being biased. That's just a straight up red card. Seems to be reckless. Not, I mean, look, they're getting ratioed, so just a joke, man. Ow! See, how's that not a red? I mean, look, you know, who can Spurs bring on to change the game up, right? Where's the lineup? I mean, you know, maybe Brennan Johnson with his pace in behind, but you know, our bench is certainly a lot stronger. You know, whether it be Andre Santos, Lavia, Estevao, Gittins coming off. You know, I don't think Mark Guay might feature not until later on in the game, but I think João Pedro up top's been working, especially with three in midfield. We're dominating their midfield, especially with the sort of all the technical prowess. So, you know, maybe Lavia comes on. Maybe Caicedo goes. We take Gusto off, put Lavia in the game if we're 2 goals up, maybe, and then switch Caicedo to that right back inverted role that he plays. Could do that. But certainly, like Estevao coming on like sort of minute 60 when the Spurs players are tired. We'll cook. Okay, so second half should be starting soon now. Let's go, boys. Come on. Let's just kill the game off. You know, can Chelsea just make my life a bit stress free for once? You know, let's go. Xavi Simmons does not look confident at all, does he? Not at all. You know, every time he was getting the ball, especially out wide on the left, he was just passing it back. He didn't want to take on his man. He didn't want to try something dangerous. And I'm fed up of having just as well we didn't go out and get him, right? Because watching Sancho last year do that every time. We're underway, by the way, second half. But if you get in those areas, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. Just playing it safe doesn't get you anywhere, you know. Okay. Early throw in for Chelsea. We'll get the timer lined up again. Right, let's just kill the game, man. Right, no changes by either team either. Neto hustling there. Spurs win it though. Yeah. Let's get the timer ready. I mean, Spurs, man, they cannot string like 4 passes together, can they? They just, throw in for Chelsea. Neto wins it up high. Reece James into Enzo. Enzo flicks it on. Wasn't the best pass to Garnacho. Over the top. No, that's too much on that. Okay. The thing is, we're very good at pressing them up high in the pitch, but we got a bit more switched on. You know, when we win the ball again, Caicedo wins the ball. That's a foul. Nice. Yellow card as well. Here we go. Right. Timer lined up again. The thing is, though, when we win the ball up high on the pitch, right, we got to just string those passes together a little bit better because we can kill teams off, but more often than not, we don't. Danzo's on a yellow, though. Reece James over the free kick. I suspect it'll be Reece James taking it, right? No, we go short. Gusto whips it in. Don't quite... It's not the most convincing clearance, and Spurs kick it out for a throw-in. That wasn't the best set piece, though. We tried something, but I feel like we could have just whipped that in, to be honest. Cucurella on throw-in. Into Garnacho. Chalobah. Fofana. Caicedo does excellently there. Enzo on the ball. Takes a shot. I don't know if taking a shot was the best idea there. Caicedo again, man. This guy. He's just a freak. Right. Spence running down the left now, though. Spurs got a chance here. Cucurella heads it. Not quite convincingly, though. Again, why are we making things hard for ourselves? Fofana clears. Into Bentancur. Spence. Spurs just look lost, though. They get into these attacking positions, right? It's like they just don't know what to do. Into Kudus now. I think Kudus has been their most dangerous player for Spurs, right? This season and this game. Garnacho does well, though. And Spurs win a corner. Okay. Again, I get a little nervous every time Spurs got a set piece, right? Because we know what like defending them. We're not great. Nice by Sanchez, though. Comes out and punches it clear. Throw in. Spurs will probably take a long throw in, right? Yeah, and they will. Fuck. Fofana again, man. This guy. Jumping too early. Why does he do that? They almost get a big chance from that. Okay, Xavi Simons wins the ball. He's fouled. Yeah. Okay. What is Fofana doing there, man? Jumping so early. Okay. Set piece to Spurs. Apollo takes it out wide. That was a terrible set piece. They're almost trying too much. Like, we're not even that good at defending them. Just whip it in. Fofana will probably jump too early, and then you'll get a good chance from it. You know? They're trying this like complicated, multiple touch. Pass it here, pass it there, then whip it here. It's like you don't need to do that against us. Get it in the box and we'll shit ourselves, you know? Okay. Yeah, pressing him up high. Carvey on the ball now. Reece James almost poaches it. I mean, Spurs are in their own corner flag. They can't get out. Reece James does excellent there. Don't keep the ball though. Spence tries going clear. Nice. Nice. Neto on the ball now. We're pressing them up super high and they're being smothered. Reece James whips it in. It's a great cross. Enzo over the bar. Great cross by Reece James. Yeah, he looks onside as well. Oh, Enzo should probably score that, right? This is the frustrating thing with Chelsea, though. We're so dominant when we're winning 1-0. Although passes it out, it's a Chelsea throw in. I mean, I think if we get another and it's 2-0, I think the morale, especially in the stadium and with the Spurs players, we could kill the game at 2-0, to be honest. We've dominated all game. Once there's another goal, I think we'll have it. Nice pass by Enzo. That wide into Gusto. Neto cross in. Headed away. Cucurella tries winning it up the pitch. Gusto intercepts and we win the ball again. I mean, we're just... Reece James is intercepted though, but he wins the ball back. Nice. Oh, Cucurella, not the best pass back. What are we doing? Come on. What I like that though with Reece James, he's intercepted, loses the ball, but then he wins it back straight away. Garnacho does well there. Sanchez goes long. Carvio just there to head it wide, but we'll win for Chelsea. We keep the ball, we keep possession. They just cannot get out of the path. Tuchel's there though. No Tuchel. Right. Spurs got a throw in. Garnacho back to Sanchez. Alaba. Nice, that was lovely. Gusto on the ball now. Probably the wrong pass. Nice shoulder to shoulder by João Pedro. He wins it. Can Neto do anything? Shot at Vicario and saved, but I mean, yeah, just a shoulder to shoulder and he gets bodied, you know? Here we go, Garnacho. He's in. Surely! Oh, fuck. Get in, Chelsea, get in. We've got to get a second goal here and we'll kill the game off. Caicedo wins the ball back again. Plays a lovely pass into Garnacho. Neto should probably just tap that in, you know? Nice. Okay, Richarlison and Romero look like they're going to be warming up or coming on for Spurs. Spurs have finally got into our box. Kudus over the ball. Chalobah does well there, though. It was a nice little dink by Xavi Simons, to be fair. Best thing he's done all game. Okay, Spurs got a free kick here. Kudus. I mean, this is the worry, right? Like, if they get a goal from here, considering we've been absolutely all over them, and there's only one goal to show for it. Ball in. Sanchez claims, though. Lovely. Right, can we counter? Into Enzo. I mean, Garnacho, just run, man. This is your job. Here we go. Oh, that's a foul. He's not going to be sent off, but it's a yellow card. Garnacho does well there. It's in a dangerous area as well. Yeah, I mean, he takes him out. Yeah, it's a yellow card. Okay, Richarlison and Romero coming on. So Danzo's off. And Bentancur's off. So slightly attacking sub. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Esteval comes on soon. I'd probably look to make that change. Or maybe Gittins. I think one of those two, though, for sure. You know, Spurs got a few players on a yellow now. If we get Esteval on, he's going to cause them problems. Okay. Reece James and Neto on the ball here. It's a decent opportunity for a set piece, right? Reece James whips it in. Ah, too much on it though. Okay. So, goal kick, Spurs. You know, how many shots have Spurs had all game? I can only remember like sort of one, two. Yeah, they've had two shots all game. Yeah. Chelsea win it up. Reece James on the ball. Richarlison just fouls him. can hear the Chelsea fans now. Bit of a weird set piece taken here. Just going back and forth. Reece James plays it in. Oh, a decent chance that though. Let's see if Spurs can play their way out of their own half. Nope. Caicedo wins it there. And he's fouled. No, he's not fouled. But it doesn't matter. We win the ball back anyway. Spurs just cannot keep the ball. Okay. They're on it now. Okay, Kudus on the ball. Into Palinha. Yeah, and they just pass him back. No one wants to pass forward for Spurs. Garnacho fouls him. Free kick Spurs. We just need to get a second here. I think that's the main thing, right? We just need to get a second goal. Set piece for Spurs now. Spurs fans are just booing them in the story all game, right? Okay, looks like Gittins is set to come on. Paulo's getting ready to throw it in. To be fair, we've defended set pieces quite decently this game. You know, we can't say that for most of our season, but don't win the first flick on though. And we win a foul, but not totally the most convincing defending there, but get the job done. It's the little flick-ons that worry me though, and it was the same in the Wolves game. Ref and Cucurella are going at it. Okay, so Gittins is coming on. Here we go. Now then. Garnacho off. You know, Garnacho's had an okay game. He's worked hard for the team, you know. But I feel like he can be a bit more of a killer, though. Doesn't quite have, you know, that final third lethality, right? Oops. Yes. Ah, come on. Spurs get a foul for that? It's still on it. Nice. I mean, getting a bit frustrating now, heading into the 66th minute. I just don't see us. Maybe we keep a clean sheet, but I don't want to have to rely on that, I'd rather us just get a second for how good we've been, right? Ooh. Enzo's going to get a yellow card for that. Oh, I hope they don't VAR this. Here we go. I swear, if he gets... Let's have a look at this. I don't think it's a red, but let's see the replay. It looks high, but, did he, like, stomp through with it? That's the only thing, right? No. He doesn't... If he follows through a bit more, I think that's a red card, but... It is a high foot, but it's not a red. That's not... It's not a red. I think he's lucky. He's lucky there. Come on, Enzo, use your fucking head. If we get a red there and we bottle this, it's just... There we go. I mean, like, that's no more than a red than the one on Reece James, right? If you're not going to send, who was it, Bentancur off, then you can't send Enzo off for that. No way. Because, with the Reece James one, his ankle got stomped into. Again, a terrible set piece by Spurs. Sanchez claims, got a chance to counter here now. Neto on the right. He's going to put it, kick. He's going to kick it out, isn't he? The thing with Neto, man. Yes, he runs a lot, but he's got no head. Oh, nice. Reece James does well there, just bodies him. Romero does decent there. Here we go. Kudus has got space to run into. Richarlison. What was that? Okay. Again, not a great header. Reece James does well though. Cucurella clears. João Pedro's getting a bit nervy now though, with 20 minutes left. We were a lot more convincing in the first half than we have been in the second half, and that's for sure. Chalobah clears. Back to Chalobah. Fofana. Into Sanchez. Oh, fuck. It wasn't the best ball into Caicedo. He's lost it. This Kudus. Oh my god, man. What are we doing? This is the problem with Chelsea. Sanchez kicks it wide to Neto. Neto. Oh. Bit of a tussle there. Spurs get the 50-50. Oh, there's no one there. Should be easy for Fofana. Okay, Cucurella. Oh, Chalobah, bro. Making me nervous here. That's a foul. Yeah. Chalobah's down here. Triple Spurs change. Who's coming on? Brennan Johnson looks like he's coming on. Who else? Oh wow, Xavi Simons is coming off. The substitute's being substituted. There you go. Very interesting. I think Esteval should come on. Neto hasn't impressed me at all. Yeah, I think we need to get Esteval on now. Tired legs. Get him on to run at people. Spurs showing. Come on, let's just kill the game off, man. We really want to see out a 1-0. Heavy touch by Johnson. Gittins does well there. Enzo plays it onto Gittins. Lovely, he's got space to run into. João Pedro flicks it on. Enzo into Neto. Straight at the keeper. Reece James. Oh, decent. Probably favour James to hit the target from there, but it was a nice 1-2 with Gittins and Enzo, right? I mean, this is going to be tough to score from that angle. Neto shoots that. Who's that? Kudu's got a yellow card. Yeah. Yeah, that's a yellow card. I mean, yeah, come on. If we just get the second goal, I can lay back a bit and relax. Oh, George is coming on. Interesting. Oh, no, Labia. Oh, it's Tyreek George from behind. Who's it going to be for? Gusto, maybe? What is the possession stat? Let's have a look quickly. Really even. Gusto. So, yeah, I would probably take off Gusto for Lavia, and I think maybe move Caicedo inverted to right back, right? I think that's what I would go for. I think it is as well, yeah, okay, Gusto's off for Lavia. That's what I would have gone for. And let's have a look. It's either Reece James tucks into his natural right back position now, or maybe Caicedo does. It'll probably be Reece James. I'll be surprised if Esteval doesn't come on though. Surely. I mean, Neto's just been frustrating for me. Nice touch by Gittins. Okay, Chelsea, keep the ball. Charlison flopping to the floor, of course. Shame's lovely pass out into Gittins. Keeps it in play. Ruella. Enzo. Oh, that looked like a foul. Yeah, and it was. Spence getting in his face as well. Let's have a look at this again. Steps across him. Yeah, high boot as well. Oh, we got a decent chance here, to attack this set piece. Either whip it in or. We go short. Gets into the byline, whips it in. Enzo keeps it, but we're forced backwards. So, and then back to Sanchez. Go long. Back to Vicario. Just end to end for the goalkeepers. We're pressing them up high. Win the ball as well. Lovely. I mean, the man-to-man pressing, we've had it spot on this game. Lavia crosses it in, we win a corner. Oh no, we don't. It's a goal kick. Again, like, Spurs playing out from the back have not been convincing at all. Yeah, the pressing has been outstanding. Credit where credit's due. I still feel like we need to see Esteval come on. Unless Enzo just wants to play it safe, but. Lovely by Lavia. Oh, yeah, it is a foul. Oh, he didn't blow his whistle then. Bit sloppy playing out from the back there. Again, that's all we need to do is give them one chance, and all that hard work from how we've played and performed is undone. Romero. Right, Fabio out. Arna wins his header. Nice. Bit scrappy here, just jumping up for the balls. Chelsea win a throw in. Nice. Right, 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left till 3 points. And obviously bragging rights. That was a nice bit of play. Caicedo, Labia. Lose the ball there though. Nice. Fofana steps out and wins it. Neto isn't quite on the same wavelength there though. Back to Vicario. Nice. Fofana wins his header there. Nice. There we go. Oh, wasn't the best pass by Reese. Where's Estevao? Anyone know? Where is he? He's not going to stay on the bench the whole time, is he? Even then, though, like he's going to come on. He doesn't have much time to do anything. I feel like I would have put him on 10 minutes earlier, give him 20 minutes. I feel like Neto hasn't offered that much, apart from off the ball. Okay. Okay, Neto does well there. Neto's gone down off the ball. I think Neto probably has to come off here. So there we go. We will see Estevao. I think he's got cramp in his calf. Left calf. Spurs do give the ball back. Fair play. So Neto's continuing in here. He hasn't been subbed off yet. Nice. Caicedo again wins the ball. Gittins is fouled. Yeah. Nice. Oh, there we go. Esteval's coming on. Let's go. Probably what? 8 minutes? I don't think there'll be that much added time in the second half. There was definitely more added time in the first half with the sort of like, Vicario going down and Bergvall going off as well. So, how much added time, really? 3, 4? I don't think any more than that, to be honest. That's what I would go with. All right, Estevao, can he do anything in the short time he's got? He's against tired legs. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Last 10 minutes, come on. Enzo tries the nutmeg, doesn't get it off. Out to Richarlison now. Caicedo presses him up and wins it. It's the ref, though. Who would you say man of the match has been so far, though? Oh shit, Spurs are in behind. There's no one there, though. Spurs get a corner. I'd probably go with Caicedo if I'm being honest. Got the assist, has been everywhere in midfield. Probably go with Caicedo, man of the match. But let's see how the game ends. We're going to get another late goal from Estevao, maybe, like he did against Liverpool. Let's see. Okay. Kudu's on the corner. Whips it in, and Sanchez claims. And to be fair, he's done that all night, you know. He's done that all game. You could probably maybe put Caicedo again does well, and he's fouled. You could probably bring Mark Guehi on for the last couple minutes. I think João Pedro is pretty knackered. Maybe just a bit of fresh legs, and again, just waste a bit more time. Okay. Tossing's coming on. Okay, out wide to Estevao. Can he do anything? Nice. Plays into Lavia. Estevao. Alinho wins it. That's not a foul. Fofana does well there. Fofana's off and Tosin's on. A bit surprised Fofana's being subbed off, but there you go. He's had a good game today, Fofana, for sure. A few times he jumps a bit too early and misses his header, but I think overall he's had a good game. Again, he's staying fit as well, which is good. So there's a high line here by Chelsea. Vicario's going to take the set piece. Going out wide, and they're offside. So, kept the line well. See how much added time. I don't think there'll be much added time. There's not been much that's happened. Let's see. If we see out a 1-0, I will be impressed because, you know, to keep a clean sheet away from home, especially in a derby game, when, you know, we ourselves haven't been great defensively, it is a good result. But I think Maresca definitely coached a 3-0. I think that's the sort of the talking point from this game. You know, even if we bottle it at the end, Maresca certainly, you know, coached a win here. He's got it spot on. You have to say the starting lineup was correct as well. Everyone was sort of questioning it, but, you know. See, could Spurs offer anything now? I mean, that's just Caicedo for you, man. Just look at that. Caicedo, man. Just ridiculous. Spurs get a throw in here. 6 minutes added on. I don't know where 6 minutes has come from, to be honest. I would have said like 4, but Enzo kicked the ball away there. He's got to be a bit careful, on a yellow. I wouldn't be doing, petulant things like that. Okay, Spurs are going to take another one of these free kicks. Vicario's going to be on the ball. We kept our high line, last time. Played the offside trap and we got the offside flag, so just do the same here. Look, very high line. They go short. That really doesn't... Oh, I mean, that does not make sense at all. If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be losing my head right now. And then Sanchez just claims it. I mean, what on earth are Spurs doing at the end there? Here we go, Estevao. Lovely, into João Pedro. Here we go. João Pedro plays it. Get in, Shirley. Get in. What was that? Get ins. I mean, we just have to be more ruthless, man. We have to be. If we don't win this game... Lovely, again. Play through them. João Pedro, surely. How does he not score? How are we not? How have we not scored? Oh my god. I mean, we're playing through them so easily now. Great pass by Enzo. Beautiful pass. I mean, João Pedro has to finish that. And Gittins just skied it a minute earlier as well. Oh my god. Chelsea just do not make it easy for you, do they? Estebao's offside. Bit of a frustrating second half, to be honest, But we really should have just killed this game off. It's been a terrible performance by Spurs. Right. 2 minutes left. Right, where are we in the table after this then? We go up to 4th. Estevao. What happened to Estevao here? He's bleeding a little bit, is he? He's got a bloody nose. I mean, I think this game's done, right? The Spurs have lacked anything all game. It's happened again. Come on, blow the whistle, ref. Come on, blow the whistle. The game's done. on. Nice. Last game. There we go. 3-point lane. Let's go. Easy win. I mean, we absolutely let off Spurs. Easily should have won that by more, but you know, I think the result is more important. Or the performance, rather. I say the man of the match, for sure. Spurs are terrible. Terrible, terrible. And that's it, we move. Big, big result, that. Big result. And our next fixture's Carabag, and then we play Wolves at home, and Wolves are the worst team in the league, right? And then Burnley away, and then we start getting some hard fixtures, but there we go. I'm going to film the match reaction anyway now, boys. 3-point lane. I'll see you in the video, okay? Peace.